Good morning. Oh. Y'all. Oh. Good morning. Stop yawning. You're gonna make me yawn. That's your fault. That was your fault. Y'all, I had the craziest nightmares last night. I don't never dream. That was crazy. I gotta get up. I'm waiting for the truck to warm up. It's cold. It's cold outside. It's 64. That's a tad bit chilly for me, okay? I slept good, but I had the craziest dreams. Y'all, I'm over here dreaming that I met Princess Diana, and then I wake up and I'm like, you ever have a dream that's so real that you wake up and you're questioning like reality? Wild. It took me a second to remember that she wasn't alive, and I was like, that never happened. Oh God. They let that little shit out of jail, y'all. He got out last night. The guy that killed the kid, Carmelo Anthony. Some liberal judge lowered his bond, allowing him to get out. And apparently, the rumor on the street is they done took the GoFundMe and bought a house. The money that was in Carmelo Anthony's GoFundMe. So let me start over. There was a kid that was stabbed while he was at school. We've been talking about it all week. He was killed. He was stabbed in the heart at a track meet, which is crazy. This was at a high school, not a trap house. This was at a high school. Anyways, the kid was stabbed in the heart, Austin Metcalf, and he died. Well, wouldn't you know it, BLM has kicked off a GoFundMe for the perpetrator of this crime. It is rumored that they took the GoFundMe money that was supposed to be for this boy's defense and bought a $400,000 house. And then they got him out of jail too, which the judge lowered his bond. His bond what was Carmelo Anthony's bond? It was $1 million. So he would have had to come up with $100,000 to $150,000 to get out of jail. No. What is 15% of $1 million? Why did God make me say, Jesus, I can't get no smarter. Can you please help me? I can't try no harder. Can you make me a little smarter? He'd have to come up with 15% of $1 million to get out of jail. So, anyways, his bond was reduced by $850,000. They took his bond from $1 million to 25 to 250,000. I just want to be clear that 250,000 is what my bond was for assault with a deadly weapon, which is a Class C felony. He murdered somebody, and his bond is now, well, he's out now, yeah, because that's the justice system that DEI created. $250,000 for killing Austin Metcalf. He was released Monday, April 14th of 2025. Who thinks he's going to show up for court? I mean, he might have to because this is so publicized. But Yeah, this is crazy. So as the victims are mourning the loss of their son, this little shit is out with his parents buying $1 million mansions. Good morning, Critter. Jum Mama. It's getting hot now. Let me see here. Did Carmelo Anthony's family buy a home with GoFundMe money? Yes. What? That's a different dude. That's the football player. No, you dumbass. Lord have mercy. There's a football player named Carmelo Anthony. I had to get ready for work. Hold on one second. I feel like yes. So it says Anthony family steals $400K in donations to buy a home. This was money that was given to Carmelo Anthony, the killer. It was money given to him through a GoFundMe for his defense. The family took the money and bought a house with it. It's like BLM all over again. It's like BLM all over again. Oh shit. That's what they did. They stole millions of dollars and bought mansions. Oh shit. It's BLM on a small scale. You can't make this shit up. That's exactly what the members of BLM did. They stole all the money that was supposed to go to help people, and they bought $1 million mansions. They was con artists. Crazy. Kid murdered someone and he gets $400,000. There's something very wrong with this. Amen, Dawn. Amen. The family should be sued in a $500,000 civil wrongful death suit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Someone said, we all know this is 100% race related. If the races were reversed, this would have never happened. Damn. I didn't say it. They did. No, but for real, if the races were reversed, Austin Metcalf would still be in jail. Okay? They would have never let him out if the races were reversed. They are not going to let a white kid out of jail after brutally stabbing a black man in the heart. Someone said, I thought GoFundMe wasn't allowed to accept donations for criminals. And GoFundMe put out a statement yesterday. I read it. GoFundMe said that Carmelo Anthony was technically innocent until proven guilty, even though he said he stabbed him in the heart. Carmelo Anthony, that was the first thing he admitted to, was stabbing Austin in the heart. So he's already admitted that he's guilty. And GoFundMe says, well, we don't know if he's guilty. The audacity to think we're that dumb. Someone said, K-Dub, you're a brilliant woman. As a black woman, I'm thoroughly disgusted with this coddling of young black violence and degeneracy. It's appalling. Amen, sister. Amen. Why does Anthony get to use GoFundMe when Kyle Rittenhouse and others were blocked from the site? No. No way. The Mud Shark said he killed an unarmed man. That's murder. Flower powwow. You have got to be kidding me. The victim's family should sue the state of Texas. I agree. I agree. And not only that, but make it personal and wrap up the prosecutor, the judge that just freed this perpetrator, this murderer, whatever liberal judge just freed this murderer. They need to be listed in that lawsuit because they're working against you, and they're not working for the victims. They're working for the perpetrators of crime. This gentle parenting bullshit that's in our court system has got to stop. But yet y'all will lock somebody up that didn't even do anything wrong at the drop of a hat. Thank you, Rainey, for pointing that out. Rainey pointed out on my post this morning that I went to jail for multiple times for crimes that I didn't commit. But you can literally stab somebody in the heart and be out of jail 2 or 3 days later. Make it make sense. It's just so baffling to me how this kid is walking free right now after murdering somebody and admitting to it and having a weapon illegally on school grounds. Does rules and regulations not mean anything? Then why do we have them? It was a $250,000 bond, house arrest until the trial for the murderer. This judge is sick. I agree, Charles. I agree. So his bond was $1 million. He couldn't make that bond. So the judge, his lawyer, requested for a bond hearing. At that bond hearing, they would discuss whether or not he would qualify to have his bond lowered. And they usually do this since he's a juvenile. They would have based this probably around his parents' income or his parents' ability to provide bond. So if his parents go to this judge and say, listen, we ain't working, we don't have no money, then the judge will lower the bond. That's all it takes is an attorney. That's all it takes is a decent attorney to get that bond lowered. And that's exactly what happened. And whoever this judge is, he needs to lose his license. He needs to be debarred. Okay. I don't know what the word is, but we do not need people in the courthouse that are going to coddle murderers. Shit, somebody people are pissed. This is through Benny Johnson's channel if you want to go read this. Apparently he's the one that dropped that Carmelo Anthony's parents bought this $400,000 house. These corrupt judges need jail time, period. Amen. Amen. And here's the thing, even with the GoFundMe, he had already raised like over $300,000. Even with the GoFundMe, he could have gotten out of jail. So the premises for him to get his bond lower, I can almost assure you was a lie. Because he already had the money to get out of jail. He had it was over $330,000. That was enough to secure his freedom with a bondsman. But he chose not to do that. And instead, they went to a court and asked for that bond to be lowered. And the judge did it. Even though the judge knew that there was enough money in the GoFundMe to get his ass out on $1 million bond. Do you get what I'm saying? So the judge is in on it too, clearly. I mean, who would let out a murderer anyways? I don't even know how he got a bond. That's a no bond case. Oh, I got perverts rolling up. Y'all, let's go before I cuss somebody out this morning. I ain't even peed yet, and I got some dudes rolling up in a work truck parking right beside me when this is a huge fucking park, and there's all this other shit. Like, there's literally so much room, and you just gotta pull right up on me. They be trying to look through my window covers. Listen, don't be so naive, honey. Don't be naive. Ugh. Anyone that texts more than 2 or 3 messages at a time will be blocked because you're filling up the chat. We do not do retracted messages, redacted messages on this channel. Anyone caught line will be blocked immediately. I expect you to act like an adult. Please. Pretty please. Yeah, he, one thing's for sure. He's going to prison. It's just that I'm worried that they're going to do this gentle bullshit where they're not ready to actually punish him. They like give him probation. He actually deserves to go to jail for about 25 years. This was premeditated, in my opinion. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had a knife on school grounds, and he wouldn't have been looking for a fight. He was a known troublemaker who started fights every day, I hear, in high school. Sure did. They said that he was absolutely fighting all the time. That he would be the one start shit at school. His friends said this. Carmelo Anthony's friends said that he was a troublemaker and he was a bully and he always starts fights. That's what Carmelo Anthony's best friends told about him. I love that. It paints a picture. And where's his parents? Anybody seen them yet? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But they were quick to take that $400,000 and go buy a house. They can't even release a statement to help their son. But they can steal his money that was supposed to be used for his defense to go buy a house. It's like BLM all over again. It is. It's BLM all over again. Give us your money. We gonna help black people. Psych. We bought $1 million houses. I love it. Yeah, so apparently he used a small portion of that GoFundMe, which had reached almost up to $400,000 at that point. He took a portion of that and got out of jail, and then his parents took the rest and bought a house. Who's going to defend him? Listen to this. You know how much your parents don't have to care about you to take your defense money and buy a fucking house with it, bruh? After you're facing murder charges, they take your defense money and they buy themselves a fucking house. And this is why the kid stabbed somebody. This is why the kid stabbed somebody. Listen to what I'm telling you. You can't make this shit up. I didn't even think about that. That's a perfect analogy for why this kid stabbed somebody. Your parents love you so much that they stole your money to go buy a house with instead of allowing you to have the proper defense for murder. Go back to bed. I'm getting ready for work. I don't have a man because I'm nothing like you. I don't bring the people down with my bullshit like you do. I had to work. Hopefully. Ain't it sad that I have to be so on guard because the world is such a polluted place that every time I go and get a job, somebody is doing something nefarious and illegal? So hopefully I'm working. I'll tell you what though, I'm not dealing with no funny business, okay? And it puts me in a bad position because if it's one of those things where somebody is going to be a pervert or something and then I have to cold cock this son of a bitch, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to jail for someone sexually harassing or assaulting me because I have a record. It's fucked up. It puts me in a bad position just to be out here with these fucking idiots. If I'm just being perfectly clear. It sucks. It's scary. All I want to do is fucking work. I have more worth ethic than 100 of these motherfuckers out here combined. It's ridiculous that I have the skill set and the intuition and the customer service and all of these great things, and I can't use them because every time I get a job, somebody wants to be a pervert. You know? The restaurant, the winery, every job I've had in the past, 2-3 years. Imagine walking into a restaurant as a bartender thinking that you're going to bartend and your employer is trying to pimp you out to customers. This is the world that we live in now. I'm saying this because I want parents to know that if your daughters are going to be going into the service industry, you need to be very wary about where you're sending them and where you're allowing them to work. Because I'm a 30-something-year-old woman, and the last 2 places that I worked at that were service industry, high-end luxury places, mind you. These were not no hole-in-the-wall bars. These were sports bars, okay? High-end. And both of them wanted me to prostitute out of them. This is just what it is now. So, anytime, it's unfortunate, but the way I would look at it is she pretty, is she not? If your child is beautiful and pretty by social standards, you know what I mean, you're going to have to watch her like a hawk, because at every angle, from the time that she starts working until the time she moves out your house, from every angle, there are going to be perverts in this world trying to have access to your kid. And this means at their job. And I don't give a fuck if she works at Barnes & Noble. There are perverts everywhere. And they will try to get their hands on young girls and manipulate them and condition them and groom them in the workplace. So if you got an ugly kid, you ain't got to worry about it as much. But society will take a pretty girl and use her and manipulate her and condition her. And that's all I'm saying. It's really sad that I've went through this at 30-something years old, and I can only imagine how these young girls can't. I mean, they're defenseless. They can't even speak up for themselves. They have no backbone. And it's sad. They're literal sitting prey. And this is why I say this, because people do not understand the level of perverse that is in this nation. It's disgusting. The amount of times that I've been hired because I was pretty, only to have to quit that job because the employer was trying to fuck me and I refused, is unbelievable. Over a half dozen times. I'm sick of it. I want a fucking job where I can go in and commit myself to making a business better. How many people you think want to do that? Most people go and they just do what they got to do so they can get a paycheck and get the fuck out of there. See, I'm different. I actually care. So I want to work for a business that I can help build up. And that's what sets me apart from most of the employees out here, is I have initiative. If something needs to be done and I see that it needs to be done, I'm going to do it. I don't care if I have to stay over. I don't care. And it sucks to hold that level of customer service, initiative, worth ethic, and not be able to use it because everybody is fucking perverts and they want to sleep with you. So I hope there's no funny business, because I want to do this job today, but I'm not the one. You know what I mean? If I was going to disrespect myself by allowing perverts to use me, I would be living in $1 million house right now, because I used to be. I left that $1 million house to have my freedom. Good morning. I need to brush my teeth. I really just need to use the bathroom and put on some clothes. I don't know what I want to wear. I don't know what I want to wear. Need some baby wipes, because they don't never have toilet paper in here, so you have to take your own toilet paper in the bathroom. I saw some guy the other day. Y'all were with me? I was on live. Some guy, he goes to the women's room. Or no, he went to the men's room. There was no toilet paper. So then he goes to the women's room and he comes out looking devastated. And I roll the window down and I'm like, you looking for these, little boy? You need some of these, little boy? And he was like, oh God, thank you. I was like, yeah, no problem. Give me some money. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, he needed toilet paper to use the bathroom. There's never in there. Never any in there. Well, what it is they put some in like on Thursday or Friday, and then by the end of the weekend, everybody's done brought their boats up. The ocean's out there. And then all the toilet paper's gone. So I don't want to eat anything before I go to this job, but I am going to get coffee, and it's literally right beside where I'm going to be working, so. Yes, I have a shirt I'm gonna wear. I have a shirt that I'm gonna wear, don't worry. Shut up. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees today, man. Ow. I don't go in these jeans. Oh, there's a squirrel. Hey, good morning. What's your name? You wanna hang out? Fool! You look like you're about to. Don't test me, gangsta. Did y'all see that? Can you? Oh, y'all didn't see none of that. There's a squirrel. He went up. Oh God! And then he turned around like he was about to confront me. I wish you would. I'll take you home and feed you peanuts every day and love you. All right. Do squirrels eat peanuts? Surely they do. They probably go nuts for nuts. They go nuts for nuts. Lord have mercy, where's a sweater? It's cold, y'all. Alright, I got a shirt. Kisses from Austria. Kisses to Austria. Yeah, them squirrel want some nuts. Ow. I'm gonna get coffee and then I'll brush my teeth because I need to eat something. I know I don't want to, but I need to. It just, everything is so bad and it makes me not feel good the next day. I got a banana. I'll eat some banana. And coffee. Coffee and banana. I wish y'all could have seen that, squirrel. It was funny. My house is a mess. Alright. My hair don't look too bad. My feet are cold. Ugh, the struggle is real, man. Where's some water? Ugh. I wonder if I could get those bacon, egg, and cheese wraps without the cheese. That cheese is like not working for me, man. Hey, Beth. We seen the squirrel. Okay, good, because he looked like he was about to turn around and jump on me. Oh God, he reminded me of the squirrel from Ice Age, that damn squirrel. Oh, it's so funny because I saw a post the other day where there's this big chunk of ice that had like broken off in the Arctic or something, and it looked like a lightning bolt. You could see where the ice was tearing away from each other. And somebody commented and said, that damn squirrel from Ice Age. Remember the one that keeps chasing the nut around and he causes all of these like earthquakes and avalanches because he's chasing that one little nut in Ice Age. Great movie, by the way. But yeah, somebody said that damn squirrel. Oh man. No, those damn humans. That's why. Okay? Global warming. Humans. The animals didn't do it. The animals are just suffering because of our mistakes. Sucks. The coral reefs are dying. The trees are dying. The bees are dying. You know what happens if the bees die? We die. We need the bees. Without bees, we won't have no knees. The bees' knees are our knees. We need the bees. They pollinate everything. Without them, the earth would die. And the bees are dying. Probably from pollution. I mean, the whole damn beach here smells like ass in a can, so it's pretty polluted. The whole Mayport area just smells horrific. Always. It smells like a homeless encampment 24/7. I'm not joking. Ask anybody that's honest from this area. It stinks, and it's from pollution, and it's not fair to these animals, these fish, these birds. It's sad. It's sad, it's sad. So we're gonna get coffee. Try. This Dunkin' Donuts down here, they do a good job though. Every time I've been in there, they've had great customer service. They make good coffee. The breakfast is always on point. I ain't got no complaints. I mean, yeah, it's expensive, but that ain't their fault. You know what I mean? That's the corporation's fault. That's not their fault. I still can't believe that 2 breakfast tacos and a shot of espresso was almost $13 the other day. I mean, it's getting so ridiculous, like $13 for breakfast. And then you got to spend, $10 for lunch and $10 for supper. I mean, at the low end, living out of a car, if you don't have a fridge like I don't, then you're going to be spending on the low end for crappy fast food $25 to $30 a day. Oh, God, please don't hit me. It's too early. I got a job to do today. I can't lie, okay? First, that'd be my luck. That'd be my luck. She finally found a job to do for money. Real money? Yeah, money. And she gets hit by a Mack truck on the way to get coffee first thing. That's my life in a nutshell. It took her 20,000 job applications. No exaggeration. It's a little over 20,000. 20,000 job applications. 40 grand. Almost 2 years. And she finally gets a small little contract to clean. And she gets hit by a utility van at 7:45 first thing in the morning. Listen, if I ever win the lottery, I know what's coming. Because I ain't got no good luck like that. So for me to win the lottery, that means I'm about to die. like for real. Like I'm going to win the lottery and the next day I'm going to die. So I don't play the lottery because I don't like to play those games. I just know if I ever hit the lottery, I'd die. There's a mosquito. Ew. Blood. I think I'd do better with human blood. Y'all remember when we were in Key Largo and we went on that hiking trail? And the mosquitoes were so bad. Look at how big that son of a bitch is. I was under attack while driving. God, that's a rhinoceros-sized mosquito. So we go on this hike in Key Largo, okay? It's like the swamp. It's like beautiful palm trees everywhere. I mean, it's the swamp, though. It's like this shit. This is the wetlands, the marsh. This is off of the surrounding areas of the ocean. So it's really like this muggy, wet, moisture-filled, tropical bullshit, okay? That's where all the skeeters are. So I go on this trail, and I notice that it's very tropical. But the mosquitoes, man, they were like some Jurassic Park shit. I'm not exaggerating. When I got in the car, it was so bad. The mosquitoes were so bad and so large, and it would be so many of them on you at one time. They're literally trying to go in your eyes. It's crazy. I get in the car, and the car is buzzing on the inside. I said, oh my God, do you know I had to sit here an hour before bed hunting all of them mosquitoes down in here? Remembering not to open the doors and the windows because more's going to come in. I killed 3 big ones on this window right here. And then you'd still hear. I was like, oh my God, where's it at? I can't do this. I did not get out of the car again because the mosquitoes were so bad. Yeah, they are of Jurassic Park size in Key Largo. Okay, Florida. I see why they say that we're like Australia now. I mean, you know, the gators and I saw a girl get bitten by an iguana on the beach. I didn't even know they bite. They do. She was doing yoga, and she was like in this position where she was backwards, and she reaches over to find her. She's doing like a back bend yoga position, and she bends over to reach to put her hand back to bend, and this damn iguana jumps up and bites her finger. Y'all, vicious, senseless. She did not deserve that. She was just little, getting her yoga in this morning. By the way, something that I noticed was how beautiful that girl was that got bit by that iguana. Gorgeous. Girl, you could be a model. That her skin, I don't know, man. She had some of the darkest, most beautiful skin. You know how y'all remember that model from the 90s that was super dark and she shaved her head bald? I can't remember her name. She was one of my favorites. But this girl was very similar to that girl from the 90s that looked like a model. The one that was doing yoga that got bit by the iguana. I was like, girl, and she posts this stuff, I guess, like on social media platforms of her doing yoga. Great. But girl, you could be walking a runway. You are so beautiful. Like, I'm cute, but like, you're a whole nother level. Like, people, I don't know, man. There's so much uniqueness in our differences, and I think that that's really what makes people shoot into stardom when we're talking about models. Y'all know the girl that has, what is that? Vitiligo or whatever on her face? You know, the spots. She blew up. She blew up. She's one of the most high-paying models in the country now. The girl, so there's a skin condition. I'm not doing Dunkin' Donuts, okay? We're going to the gas station. I'm gonna get eggs and we're gonna get coffee, cheap coffee. So there's a skin condition where you don't have some of the pigment in your skin, and this girl who is a model now, she's missing some of the melatonin. Is it melatonin? You're missing melatonin in your skin. I actually have this condition on my side over here. I'll have to show you guys one day. I have a huge white spot that won't tan. And what it is it's a lack of melanin in the skin. So this girl posts a picture of herself, and she has this skin condition, which is absolutely beautiful. And it goes viral. And the next thing you know, she's one of the highest paid supermodels in the world. Beautiful woman. I've seen her on all kinds of covers. I was in Walgreens the other day and saw her on a cover of one of the magazines, like Elle or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you really don't know until you put yourself out there what can happen for you. And that girl that got bit by the iguana, girl, you need to get some modeling photos done because you are gorgeous. And I'm telling you, they will put you on a runway, honey. Yeah, that one girl that went viral for the lack of melatonin in her skin or whatever it's called. And I think it's called, what is it called when you have missing melatonin in your skin in certain spots? Vitiligo. I was close. Is it, and am I saying it right? Vitiligo. And it's caused by a lack of pigment called melatonin in the skin. And it's a very common thing. Here, I'll show you my side. Let's see if you can see it. It's right here. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it in here. It's a huge white spot right there. It won't tan. That camera sucks. I thought that I had something wrong with me. I asked the doctor. He was like, no. He's like, it's normal. You're not dying. Stop with the dying. Well, how hot is it supposed to be today? 86? I might need to change. We're going to go get coffee. We're going to go get coffee. Good morning. What? Do you need to call the cops? Yo, this man, somebody done stole this dad's this car. They stole his car. He's got 2 children too. You can't make this shit up. Y'all. The cops are on the way. This man walked in the store with his 2 daughters, come back out and their car is just gone. He just said that. Y'all, you can't make this shit up. It's so sad. God gonna handle them. I am so sorry. That is crazy.
For like 2 fucking minutes.
You went in there for 2 minutes and come out?
Yeah, and there was a dude right here, and I don't like the stereotype, but I'm pretty sure it was fucking him.
This is a rough area right here. It's not the best area. I am so sorry. Here they come. There he is. God. He said that they got out the car for 2 seconds, ran in the store, and come back out, and it's gone. Oh, and there's surveillance footage, too. There's surveillance. Yeah. They'll figure out who got it. He's got to get his children to school. Oh, my God. Yo, that makes me want to cry. That makes me so mad. When I pulled up, there was nobody in that space next to me. So they took the car before I pulled up. He got 2 young daughters out there, beautiful little girls. They got on church, like private school uniforms. A lot of the kids down here, they have uniforms. Takes the trouble out of all the, trouble. And they just standing there, and I'm like, what is going on? And he shakes his head at me, and I'm like, oh, I'm not asking for money. Like, why are you shaking your head at me? I thought he was like saying like, don't smile at him, because I smiled at him. I was like, good morning. And he's like shaking his head, and I open the door, and he's like, they just jacked our car. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And then I stepped out. I said, do you need to call the cops? And he's like, they on the way. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't even know what to say. I guess don't be leaving your car running unattended. This is why I don't do that. The cops are right there. Look. They pulled up. The cops are right there. Hold on. I feel so bad. His kids are okay. They were all in the gas station when the car was jacked. They were all in here getting drinks and stuff. He was about to take them to school. You can tell that they have on uniforms. Excuse me. And there was no car there when I pulled up. When I pulled up, it was empty. And so whoever took the car took it moments before I pulled up, because the kids and him were in here. God, I feel so bad for him. Y'all, something like that can ruin your whole life. If you ain't got a car to get to work, then how you gonna pay your mortgage? Like, it could start a whole array of problems for somebody who doesn't have a lot of money in savings. And so I feel for him. Hold on 1 second. There's music. Oh. I'm going to grab some of those eggs over there. I don't know how I look this cute this morning because I have been not doing well. Well, one thing's for sure, there's hopefully surveillance footage. He said that there was a guy standing outside of a store that looked kind of suspect. That's what he said. And I was like, dude, you ain't got to tell me. I said, this whole area is sketchy, so you better be careful. It's crazy. $3.80. Oh, they got the best breakfast here, too. They do bacon, egg, and cheese, ham, egg, and cheese. Dang, I feel bad for him. I ain't got no car seats. It's not like I can give him and his kids a ride. I ain't got no car seats. There ain't no seats in my car. Ooh, I don't know, Charles. Maybe. Sorry.
What's up, baby?
No, you're fine. I feel so bad for them. I gotta get to work. I ain't been able to say that in 2-3 years. I gotta get to work. My house is a fucking mess right in front of the cops. Look at the cops and this poor father. Poor guy. God, bruh. Beautiful little girls. And so, good morning. We just witnessed, well, we didn't witness a carjacking, but we pulled up after the fact. This poor dad coming out the store with his daughters, and he's just standing here looking, and I smiled at him, and he shook his head at me, and I'm like, oh God, like, I don't want money, sir. I'm not about to be asking you for money or something. And he says, my car was just stole. The cops are here and everything. And I ain't got no seats in my car. I can't, you know, and I'm a registered child abuser. Can't really be damn. It pisses me off. Most preposterous thing. That's what they said you were going to think. It's crazy. I just don't, you know. You know, here's the thing. I hope that whoever stole it don't crash it, because that's usually what happens. They usually steal them and they go driving like a maniac and crash them. Is that Mama Dukes? Okay, I think his wife is pulling up, or his girlfriend is pulling up to get the children, maybe. God, I hope so. And I feel so bad. Damn, I feel it. He said that when he pulled up and he walked in the store with his kids, he said that there was a sketchy dude standing at the front of the store. Who steals a car 7 o'clock in the morning in broad daylight with cameras? I hope they got cameras. The balls on that guy. God. Ain't that crazy? I feel so bad for that father, because he looked so stressed. Like that car was his lifeline. Damn. If I would have got there 5 minutes sooner, I could have stopped crying. No shit. No, I'm being for real. If I would have saw that father get out of the car with his daughters and go in the store, and then I would have saw somebody else hop in the car and take off, oh my God. At least I would have been able to give a description. Poor guy. The dad was mad, and I could tell he was trying to say it was some white crackhead, but he didn't want to say that. He just said, he said he looked sketchy, looked like typical suspect or something like that. That's what he said. And I was like, oh, he was a white meth head, huh? You can say it, bro. It ain't gonna offend me. It ain't gonna offend me. You can say it. It's okay. Oh, he's pissed. I mean, and he should be. His car was just stole. He looks heartbroken. His poor children look scared. I was wondering why he was standing there looking at me, just shaking his head. I thought he was shaking his head at me. No, he was shaking his head because his car just got stole while he was in the gas station with his children. Cannot make this shit up. Welcome to Florida. Don't come down here and fuck around and find out. Never leave your car running. Not unless you fancy like me and got a key fob where you can lock it from the outside to secure it. And even then, in certain parts of Miami, honey, they'll bust your window out, crawl through, and drive off in it. South Florida is notorious for chop shops. They will steal your shit. You will come back. You will be sitting on center blocks with no rims. Happens every day. A lot. Several times a day. Yeah. This is Florida. And I feel bad for the guy, but I ain't got no seats. I don't know where I would offer y'all a ride to with no seats. I don't even think that that's legal. I think legally they have to be strapped in. I feel horrible. I feel really horrible. That sucks, man. It's definitely a lesson to learn from. Don't leave your car running with the doors unlocked. Sad. He said we ran in for 2 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I know. That's all it took. He needed 2 steps to get in your car. Oh my God, what is going on around here? Did y'all see that car? Full moon. That damn full moon. That whole front of that Nissan was smashed in. The whole engine was sitting in the driver's seat with the airbags deployed. Don't worry, it wasn't a fresh crash. It was old, but still, holy shit. I be telling y'all about them little cars. Them little cars. I ain't doing nothing with myself. I'm gonna wash my face, brush my teeth, drink some coffee. I don't want my eggs. I don't want my eggs right now. I'll eat them when I get hungry at work. That is so sad. Ain't that crazy? Damn full moon. Damn full moon. Papa and his little ducklings done been jacked at the Circle K at 7 o'clock this morning. How crazy. 8 o'clock. I feel horrible for the guy. I really do. Because given the those police... So, first of all, you're right. Who said that? There was a man. Charles, was that you? That you said that his insurance company might not handle this because he left the car running with the keys in the ignition. That police report is going to... That police report, yeah, I mean, Kay's got a point. I mean, the fact is if he would have took the keys out the ignition, his car wouldn't have been stolen. So, that is valid. I mean, I wasn't trying to, play the blame game first thing because he had his car stolen. But in all actuality, it is his own fault. And I'm not... I feel horrible for these people, okay? This is why I said this is a learning lesson. One thing I can promise you is he will never do that again. Never. I had my car stolen and crashed into a condo. I've talked about this. You know one thing that I am overprotective about now? My car keys. Yeah, I was like 22 when that happened. My car was stolen. My best friend stole it and ran it into a beach condo in Wilmington, North Carolina. It was wild. Went through like 6 to 8 hours of interrogation not knowing who stole my car. And it was my best friend. She went to jail for it. Anyways, I hold on to my car keys now because I don't want to damn have that situation happen ever again. I don't trust anybody with my car keys. Yeah, that police report though is gonna note that he left the keys in it and running. It's part of the story. It's part of the report that they're gonna write. How did this even happen? It's a accident report. The cop will note in there that he left it running with the keys in it, and the insurance company will read that. And you might be right, Charles. They might not help him because he did this. It's crazy. Crazy. And I'm just sitting there smiling at him like it's a beautiful morning. I'm like, and he's like, and I'm like, no, I don't want your money. Like, listen, some people he saw my homeless truck. So I was like, no, I'm not smiling at you because I need something. I'm just smiling because I'm nice. And I step out and he's like, somebody just stole my car. And I'm like, what? Like, I couldn't believe it. You ever, you know, it's crazy because I be coming in on the ass end of like people's situations, and that you ever been through something traumatic and you can't wait to tell somebody? That's kind of how he was. He just needed to tell somebody that his car was stole, because he looks at me and he goes, my car was just jacked. And I'm like, what? Like, it wasn't even registering in my brain, you know, because it was so like, no way. And I'm sitting there like, it wasn't me. Like, when you're so used to having to defend yourself, you're sitting in a car that doesn't even look like his, telling him, it wasn't me that stole your car. Like, poor guy. I feel bad for him. Surveillance doesn't lie. Yeah, I know, and I hope that they are able to find the surveillance footage, because a lot of these stores, you might think they have cameras, but then when you need their cameras, they don't have cameras all of a sudden. So, it was crazy. Poor guy. I feel horrible for him. His daughters were all dressed up in their school uniforms. Good morning, peanut butter. It wasn't me, Angel. I was like, I'm sitting there like, well, it wasn't me. And he knows good and well it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm wondering if I want to eat these. Damn, that sucks. And why was Atlantic responding to that? This is not Atlantic, I didn't think. My nose is itching. Boulder. I need some sauce. Damn it. Y'all, I felt so bad yesterday. I don't know what the hell that was. PMDD. I felt so bad yesterday. The eggs prices are going back up right before Easter. What did I tell y'all? Yeah, they reached an all new time high yesterday. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. How perfect. All by design. I'll make that Easter money. Making that Easter money. Egg prices set another record in March, according to new data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The average cost of a dozen grade A large eggs was $6.23 last month, up from $5.90 in February. The average cost of a dozen large grade A. The latest consumer price index, or the CPI, shows that the price of eggs is up 5.9% from where it was last month and 60.4% from this time last year. Well, at least somebody's making some money. It might get to the point that eggs are a luxury item. God, I hope not, because I love them. But it's getting a tad bit ridiculous out here. I'm glad I ate. I've been having a problem eating in the mornings. I want to eat at night. We gotta get some more. And the best hot sauce. Tiger. Oh, that's Lysol. Shit. Oh well. Yo. Cheers. Yeah, I know. Everybody's got the measles. What the hell is going on in Texas with the measles? You think that damn... They say that some people that even had the measles shot, they're getting the measles. How scary. For some reason, this strand of measles has the ability to break through that MMR vaccine. So just because you had the MMR doesn't mean that you can't get the measles. Scary. This is crazy. Look at this chart. That's egg prices over the past how many years? From 2010 to 2025. Look at how it's leveled out and then it shoots up at the end. This is egg prices. That is a flow chart of egg prices. Look over here. Look how it shoots all the way up at the end. This is all by design. All by design. In an attempt to make money. And people are going to do it. People are going to buy eggs for Easter. They have no choice. That's why they're raising the price. Because what? You just going to not dye eggs with your children? You just going to, not do the Easter festivities? What are you going to tell a 6-year-old? Sorry, sweetie. We're not having Easter because mommy can't afford eggs. No, you're going to go buy the damn eggs. I guess I was wrong. Easter egg dyeing is a tradition for many families. Will high egg prices stop that? Egg prices have been unusually high this year. You think? 78% of families said that they would die fewer eggs this year than in past years due to egg costs. Yeah, they can't afford it. Hell, I can barely afford 2 of them. I still got like an hour before I gotta be here, and I'm just sitting in the parking lot. We'll come back when I have to work. I'm gonna get ready. Oh, Papa. You get it, sir. Thank you. Now I want to be on the beach. You don't know what you got until it's gone. Like, now I want to be on the beach. It's okay. I'll have time for the beach later. I saw another plane fell out of the sky. Cannot make this stuff up. Into a residential home, I do believe. Crazy. Dang it. Dang, I cannot believe that man got his car jacked. That shit's wild to me. I don't never leave my shit unlocked. Ever. Ever. Famous last words. Well, I just ran in for 2 minutes. You was 2 minutes too late getting back. I heard the cop say when we were leaving, I heard him say, oh, well, we got a description. So it seems like they might know who stole the car. I don't know. I'm always witnessing some crazy shit. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. I guess because I'm out here so much, you know. I'm like out in these streets. So you're gonna witness stuff because you're out here. Damn. Pops done went and got robbed at the Circle K at 7:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. The fuck? You're expecting that on a Friday night, not on a Tuesday morning. Like, poor guy. And what the hell? The person that stole it, they got to be on drugs. You got to be on drugs to be behaving like that. Like, what is a reason that somebody would steal a car? To go buy drugs. So you got to be on drugs. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and hope that you were on drugs. Stealing this man's car. He got children. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, but they won't be. They won't be. They'll be swearing that he gave them the keys. He'll be like, oh, he told me I could borrow it. Heathen. Damn heathen. That shit wild. I feel so bad for him. And now, like, what does that mean for his life? Is he not going to be able to work now? Or does he have the money for a rental? That shit's expensive. You know, you used to be able to get a rental car for like $40 a day. $39 a day. You used to be able to get a rental car. It's probably a few hundred now. 150. Oh, it's gonna cost you a few hundred because they gotta have security deposit. They want a left nut, a right titty, your arm. They want everything now. So blood sample. Oh, it is 50 through here, sir. It's beautiful. Let's just... Shit. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh. See the beach? We're at the beach. Oh shit, there's people right there. Alright. See the beach? Beautiful, ain't it? Okay, well, won't it let me view it? Jesus. Oh God, I gotta get ready. I'm procrastinating. I ate those eggs and now I feel heavy. I don't want a nap. Maybe I need an Excedrin to wake up. Sometimes I need a little more, okay? It's too early. We're gonna wash our faces with baby wipes. It's this bra. I ain't had no back problems in days, and then all of a sudden I put this bra on and now my back's hurting. I really do think that it's this bra pulling down on my traps. I gotta change before I go in because I'm not dealing with this while I'm cleaning. It's this bra. I've been trying to figure out what was hurting my back. I knew it. There's no, like, it doesn't have any structure. That's why. I got something in my eye. Of course I do. Would it be a Tuesday morning if I didn't? Shit. Are you kidding me? Somebody threw a whole couch out here on the beach. Who does that? Something is still in my eye. Whatever. As long as I don't go blind and have to Helen Keller it, we'll be alright. It hurts though, whatever it is. It feels like it's like a piece of like fabric or something. You know what I mean? Like one of those little like, never mind. I don't know what it's called. Like a, I don't know what it's called. It's like a flyaway, like something that would come off of a blanket or something that has material. You know, like one of the a fiber. It feels like a fiber. There we go. Oh, we got a hater in the chat. People don't listen. They don't listen. God, they don't listen. Such haters. People will really try to discourage you from treating yourself the best that you can because they treat themselves like shit. Please ignore losers that are trying to discourage you from living your best life. The gym was so peaceful last night. I went in there. There was nobody in there. There was like one or two guys in there. And I was like, this is perfect right now. I wish that I could go and have the place to myself like I did last night more often. There's nobody in there. Well, somebody must have had their boat stolen this morning, because there goes the Coast Guard hauling ass. Isn't that what they respond to? Stolen boats? Oh, there was another boat that flipped over and capsized down the road. St. Port Lucie or whatever. Everybody died but one person. Authorities believe that alcohol was involved and played a role significantly in the crash. So sad. It was 8 people. Only one of them is said to be alive, I do believe. All these boats capsizing because all these people don't know how to drive cars, and then they think that they can drive a boat, and they're fucking idiots. And then they kill their friends. I would be very weary about getting on anybody's boat, especially some 20-year-old. Are you asking to die? That'd be like getting in the car with a 20-year-old. It's like, do you have a death wish? You couldn't pay me to get on a boat with a 20-anything-year-old. It's crazy. So 7 people lost their lives on that one. My nose is itching. I got a darn hair in there. So they have like one speedboat, and then they have this little like Coast Guard tugboat, and that little tugboat cannot keep up with that speedboat. The speedboat is gone. That little tugboat is trying to follow. That is hilarious. I think you need to buy them another speedboat. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with tax dollars buying these poor soldiers a speedboat. I'm okay with it, because God knows by the time they make it to whatever scene of the crime they're trying to get to, the first boat is going to have everything all wrapped up. God. They're supposed to be a team, but half the team can't even catch up to the first half of the team because that tugboat ain't nowhere near as fast as that speedboat. They did them dirty. I wonder if whoever's on punishment has to ride on the speedboat. They're like, all right, Clark, you were drunk this weekend. You got to ride the tugboat as punishment. Be like, all right, I'll get on the slow boat. I need to be on the slow boat anyways. I am slow. Put me on the slow tugboat. That's where I deserve to be. Oh, that's hilarious. What am I doing? I have no clue. What time is it? Okay, I got 30 minutes. See, I told you I'm slow. I don't even know what day it is. I don't know what day it is. Where is my drops? There's my brows. We'll do the brows. That's funny. Port St. Lucie. I think that's where it was. Or the boat capsized. It's not that I don't like to live. It's just that I understand how things can go bad very, very quickly. Okay? And I don't put myself in the position where my life is in someone else's hands. People don't even love themselves. So of course they're not going to love you, you know, and care if you drown and die out at sea. People don't even have the willpower to save themselves, but society expects them to care about them. Like, no. We're at a point in society where we just don't put ourselves in bad situations because planes are literally falling out of the sky. Like, you know, I'm not getting on no damn plane. If I can't drive there, I ain't going. Maybe 10 years from now, when the damn planes know how to stay up in the damn aerospace, I'll fly. But right now is not the time to be flying. Right now is not the time to be doing anything extracurricular because all systems are down. I want to go skydiving, but to be honest, I don't trust the damn places. If planes are falling out of the sky, you know, what makes you think that we can trust humans falling out of the sky? The planes ain't even making it. And those are regulated. Skydiving ain't as regulated as damn planes flying. You know what I mean? Like, that's where my precaution comes from. Is that the word? I'm precautious. No. Yeah, my precaution comes from. Skydiving is nowhere near regulated like planes. And if they're having problems with planes, I just feel like putting myself on a plane with a parachute would be even worse. I'd be asking for it. And they'll swear I did something wrong. They'll be like, well, she was the criminal. They'll turn it around on me and say that I killed myself when my parachute doesn't damn open. Be like, she was homeless and depressed. Oh. You know what I mean? Alright, we got eyebrows. They ain't perfect. I don't know what's going on today. Probably me running my mouth. Alright. Where are my bronze drops? There they are. I really don't want this. I do like it, but I'm just not in the mood for all of that today. I'm just going to do some mascara. I'm not trying to look attractive because I don't want no shit going down. That's another thing. That's another thing. I ain't trying to look overtly beautiful. I gotta brush my teeth. I'm just trying to look alive. Look alive, look alive. I mean, I know the guy. Like, I don't know him. But I know of him. And he seems like a nice business owner. But the Carpinos seemed like a nice business owner until my first day of work. So you never know. That was the restaurant owners that tried to pimp me out of a restaurant. It's really crazy and sick how disgusting people can be. I mean, it's almost like I would rather my kids grow up butt-ass ugly so that they have a little more security in the world than growing up even the slightest attractive, because it's going to put them on a trajectory where society is going to try to condition them into sex work. It's disgusting. It happened to me, so I know that it happens. Maybe that's why everybody lets their children get obese. I don't know. Is it a defense mechanism? I don't know. I honestly think that that is just a lifestyle that you kind of accidentally fall into. I didn't even realize that I was 190 pounds until I got up to like 192. You know, it's like, whoa, how did this happen? You kind of look at yourself and you're like, damn, I knew I was gaining some weight, but I didn't know I gained 60 pounds, you know? So it's a slow progression, the weight gain. And I would assume that, you know, children that are coming from homes where the parents buy Mountain Dew and fast food and things like that, it's a slow progression as well. And if you're a parent of a teen that is struggling with obesity right now, the best thing that you can do is to get your child active in their own physical well-being. You got to be, right now is time to rewire that brain, especially if they're a teenager and they're already getting at the age where they are over their weight limit, you know. Maybe become an active participant in their health and your health, and it can be a team effort. My mother did that, and that's where my love of fitness comes from. I watched my whole family. I lost everybody because of health problems from obesity. My grandmother died from it. She had massive blood clots, tons of health problems from diabetes to cholesterol. I mean, you name it, she had it. Arthritis. And it was because of the weight. She weighed around, 250, 300 pounds for the majority of her life. And she died because of it. I'm not the best with words. Sometimes I say things and I say things the wrong way. I genuinely care about people surviving. I genuinely do. I've lost my whole family because they were obese. That is where my anger comes from. If my family would have had the tools that I've had to change my life physically, if they would have had that, I might still have family. So my anger for obesity stems from the fact that I've lost my family because of obesity. My grandmother was my best friend. She should still be alive. My mother, we were not the closest, but she should still be alive. And I watched them struggle with their weight. Not only them, I mean, every female in the family had this problem, from my aunts to my uncles, men too, So it's just, my anger stems from a place of love. It might not seem that way. I don't hate fat people. I care. I care about fat people. I want them to be happy. And nobody is going to sit here and lie to me and say that when you are a 5'5" girl and you weigh 300 pounds that you are happy. Do you realize that they need help getting dressed? When you get to that size, you can't dress yourself. Y'all know that girl, Glitter and Lasers here? She just had skin removal surgery here on YouTube. When you are that size, you cannot dress yourself. You will need someone to help you get dressed. You can't even bend over to put pants on. You can't put on a bra without it getting tangled up in the back and having to ask somebody to untangle it for you so that you can get it on properly. It's crazy to me that people don't talk about that. When you make it to that weight, over 200 pounds, you are going to be physically incapable of even washing your ass properly, wiping your ass properly, tying your shoes. You're not going to be able to dress yourself. You're not going to be able to walk distances at all. I'm talking about from the car to the house. I don't understand why nobody talks about the downsides of being morbidly obese or obese. But I'm here to tell you the truth about what I experienced. And it got hard at 200 pounds to even dress myself. I never want to go back to that. I gotta find another bra. This bra, I knew it. I was like, I ain't had no back pain in 4 or 5 days, and then all of a sudden I put this bra on, and sure enough, there it goes in the same spot. Up here has no support. These bras, I really need to invest in like some good ones because these tear your back up. Absolutely. Absolutely. You gotta love yourself. Oh my God, the wind, you guys. I got one that doesn't crisscross like the wind is crazy. Ah! So I got one that I'm gonna, this white one, it doesn't crisscross in the back like that. You see how it's pulling right there? So we're gonna do this white one because it's gonna be straps on the side. This thing is so raggedy. None of my bras even have the cups in them anymore. So it doesn't really give support, but who gives a crap? As long as it doesn't hurt my back while I'm cleaning, it'll be fine. I'm going to wear this ZZ Top t-shirt and I'm going to put some socks and shoes on. I want some shoes to cover my feet because I'm going to be cleaning glass. I'm going to be cleaning this vape shop. He asked me yesterday, I had stopped by there to hop on the Wi-Fi, and he said, hey, can you help me clean? And I was like, what do you need clean? I said, yeah. I said, I've done that a lot. I said, I used to clean houses in North Carolina. I said, and I also have experience cleaning personal businesses. I said, absolutely. What do you need me to clean? And he has all of these huge shelves that have bongs and, you know, smoking devices for tobacco purposes. Do we still have to say that? Can I say that it's for marijuana purposes? Because isn't it legal here? I think it is for them, like, well, not recreationally, but like they can sell them. Listen, I don't know what the legalities are. Okay, I don't know. Apparently, these devices, these big old bongs, are for tobacco. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So anyways, he said he needed everything to come out of the shelves, be wiped down, be, you know, everything's going to have to be cleaned because it's all glass and you don't want fingerprints. And I said, sure, no problem. He was like, one day this week? I said, yeah. I said, any day is fine. He said, tomorrow morning? I said, absolutely. I said, I'll be here bright and early. So that's what we're doing. I need socks. Here's a shirt. Now that's not pulling on my traps. It's my turtle shell that hurts. And it's from them shrugs, but also the bra. The bras that are cheaply made with no support, they pull on the wrong areas of the body. My strap is twisted. Can you fix this? I can't get back there. I lost all that weight so that I could have reach. And I still ain't gonna reach. Look at this boat going by, y'all. This thing is huge. It looks like the Titanic. You see that? Look at that big ass boat. It's huge. I love to sit here and just watch them. I'm such an old lady. CSL. Import, export. We get lots of import, export stuff here. Anyone being vulgar is going to be blocked. Thank you. We don't do retracted messages on this channel. We don't do perverse content. We don't do lying. Where's my socks? Damn it. Shush it. Socks. Damn it. Ouch. I shut my hand up in the door and the right in the wind. Socks. I need some shoes. I'm probably going to wear my black Vans. God, that's a beautiful boat. Huge. I mean, y'all know what's wild to me? Those little tugboats can pull them big ass ships. That don't make no sense. How? Them tiny tugboats can pull that big ass ship. I see it all the time. You'll see the chains linked up the front. You'll see the tugboat pulling it to the damn open waters. This is the canal. This is St. John's River. This is where those children died on that last capsized boat, and they took a week looking for that baby girl's body because of her dumbass parents. No life vest, out in damn open waters, acting a fool, done flipped a boat upside down because the son of a bitch apparently, in my opinion, didn't know how to drive. And then when you see his doctor's portfolio, because he was like a doctor, when you see his picture, it all makes sense what happened to that damn boat. Some people, if you got that kind of money, please pay for a private captain instead of killing your family. If you spend the majority of your time in an office, please hire someone to chaperone that ship for you. That whole family should be alive. Nobody had on a life vest. None of the children were secure, and all of them died. He killed his mother, himself, and his children. Pisses me off. People like that can have children. How is that not abuse? How is that not manslaughter? They did not put their children in life vests, which led to their children drowning and dying. It took over a week to find that baby girl's body. And in all actuality, he should have never been out there on that boat without somebody who knew how to drive the boat. Pisses me off. I'm not saying no doctor can't be no captain, but what I am saying is he clearly was no captain. And it led to his whole family dying. And the poor mother, she survived. I don't know if I'd want to. You lose your husband, your mother-in-law, your damn children. What kind of life is that? Your life just got washed away. Literally. Everything you ever loved is gone. And you stuck here in this hellhole of a place without your children. I can't imagine what that mother is going through. I can't imagine. God. Whew, help that mother. Please, God. It's rough. Rough. And it all could have been prevented. Every single bit of it. From the boat capsizing to the children dying to the captain who was the father and his mother. I mean, all of it could have been prevented. And this is why experience and wisdom is so important. Just because you want to be a captain of a boat doesn't mean that it's safe for you to be a captain of a boat. These things comes with years of experience. I love to be out on the water. But if somebody rolled up and said, hey, can you drive this boat over here? I'd be like, fuck no. Are you crazy? I ain't never drove no boat before. And I have. But I would say no. Because I don't want to put people's lives in danger. I don't know. I just think that planes and trains and automobiles and boats, that we need to have a little bit more experience than what people actually have around here. I gotta hurry up and brush my teeth, and then I gotta get back. I just want to make sure this is clean, because I don't know how long that's been sitting, if I'm being honest. Probably since the day before yesterday or yesterday. I usually clean these out real good and let them set in water so that I don't have any toothpaste stagnant in them, you know. Alright. Where's the toothpaste? Oh my God, are you for real? I found it. I bought a new one the other day while they still had it for $1.25 before it goes to $5. Yeah, Charles, I might actually do a camper shell one day, but that's the only thing that I would add to this. I don't want no RV. I don't want no portable shower. I don't want no extra problems. I had somebody that was trying to convince me to get this portable AC cooler. What it is it's a cooler that you fill with ice, and then it has an air system on it that blows out cool air. Okay, awesome, cool, awesome. What they don't tell you about these coolers is that you're going to have to spend like $20 a day on ice, because ice is extremely expensive. You're going to need 2 or 3 bags of ice today to even run this thing. And even with the battery pack, it's only going to last like 2 or 3 hours. So there's so many downsides, and I don't want anything else. Like, my car is so full of stuff. I can't take any more crap, okay? We clean up, and then we come back, and the front seat is full of stuff. So I actually need to downsize. If I ever did anything, I would put a camper shell on the back of this truck just to have a little more security. I would still sleep in here, but I would have more storage back there with some kind of locking mechanism to lock it. That is actually a long-term plan that I've talked about before, that I do want a camper shell for this. I could even have like a little shower set up back there. Y'all have seen me shower on the side of the road before. If I had a camper shell, then I could have a full setup back there, you know, and maybe even a Nature's Head composting toilet back there. I could do all kinds of stuff. And maybe I might just use it as a kitchen. I don't know. But that's the only thing that I do want to add. There's two things. The camper shell, and I want a jackery. I need a jackery so bad. So bad. Like, I've already been through one battery. I just got another battery. And the battery that I have is already acting funny. Because I'm pulling power to power everything I have. 2 computers, 2 cell phones, my Apple Watch, my AirPods, it just drains the battery. I just got this battery and I'm already having problems out of this battery. And it was a $400 battery. So I need a jackery. And I need a camper shell. And after that, Betty will be the zombie apocalypse queen, okay? I do think that this job today is going to be like a one and done. But I'm still happy just to have something to do and to work. Shit. Are you kidding me? The wind is so bad. I just spit toothpaste all over the door because the wind caught it. Can you see it? It's literally down the door, y'all. Oh my God, I got it everywhere. All right, screw it. I gotta go. I ain't got time for this wind. This wind. The door is barely open and it's like, I feel like one of my siblings has their sound system going. My brothers and my father used to build these loud sound systems. They would be so loud that you could stand in the door frame and your hair would stand up on your head, blowing back and forth from the subs beating the bass. Yeah, that's what it feels like on that beach right now. I need another bottle of clean water, but I don't see one. Oh, I do. Just rinse this out. Yeah. This has honestly been the best method that I've been able to find. Alright. This is going to go in the trash. Alright. We are done. I got to go back. My nose is running. Sorry. 'Tis the season. And it ain't even my fault. The bee's knees is why I sneeze. Damn bees. Alright. What else do I need? Where is a little bit of this? Don't get it in your hair. A little bit of this. Oh, I forgot I had that banana too. Where is... I don't like you to be able to see the whiteness from the deodorant. Alright. And my shirt will smell like good too. Yay! What else do I need? Lip gloss. Oh, I'm going to take some chapstick. Definitely taking a bottle of water. Yay! Y'all, I'm kind of having like PTSD symptoms or something. Like, I don't want to damn... Hopefully there ain't no funny business going on, you know? I just want to work. But the way that people have tried to use and manipulate me over the years, I have to just be Conscientious. What the hell? Conscientious because history has a way of repeating itself. I hope so. I hope so, Rainey. That's what I'm hoping, is that I can work and maybe he'll tell other people about me and other people want their, you know, because, you know, another thing is, how can I say this without offending anybody? Foreigners have a reputation of being a lot closer than Americans. Foreigners kind of stick together. You ever worked for anybody that was maybe from like Syria? I have. Their family units are much closer than what we are here in the West. They have a very close, tight network, and they know lots of people, okay? So that's what I'm hoping, is that since he's from elsewhere, that, and I know he owns a business here, and I know that he probably knows people that can maybe get me a job and or need their businesses cleaned as well. So, oh, I'm offended. I actually respect that. I think it's sad that we don't value each other in the West. We're not close. We don't value family. Look at how we treat our elders. We put them in a home and forget about them. That would never happen in China or Japan or Syria. I can assure you of that. They hold a different level of respect for their elders and their family and people that they do business with. We need to bring that here. It might be one of the reasons we got a lot of problems on our home front, is that we don't value humans, okay? In my experience, I've worked for a lot of foreigners, and they value life differently than we do, and each other, and social networking, you know? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Say bye-bye to the beach. Bye-bye, beach. I come back for you. You need to be cleaned. It really does. There's trash everywhere. Oh my God. There's a whole couch right here. Look at this shit. Who does this? Who raised you? Look at this. Hold on. You'll be able to see it in a second. Is it still there? There was a whole couch out here yesterday. Oh, somebody got it and threw it away, I guess. There was a whole love seat sitting out here that somebody had dumped next to this trash can, like it was somebody's responsibility to throw their home trash away. Come on. This is a sketchy ass road. That seatbelt's getting on my nerves. Shush it, Betty. I don't know what the hell was going on last night, but them damn planes was in the sky till midnight. They woke me up 3 times. I said, what the are y'all doing? Them planes are usually the eyes in the sky. Those Black Hawks, this is a military base right here. The Black Hawks are usually out of the sky by 9 o'clock. I would say 10. They woke me up 3 times last night. One time was like 12 o'clock on the dot. I was like, what are they doing? I don't know, but they sure was getting on my last nerve. I was like, if y'all don't go home, go home. And it was right overhead too. The last time that I woke up, which was like 12, it's kind of scary. It's like, oh God, am I in the middle of World War III? Like, what is going on? You can hear the chopper. Whoop, 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 whoop. You can feel you can feel the wind off the wings rocking your car. It feels like you're in the middle of a war zone when you wake up like that and you don't know what's going on or where you are. It's kind of scary. Like, what the fuck? Oh God. Okay, I'm at the beach. It's a base. Please go to sleep. Oh God. Yeah, they ain't never up there that late. They must, I think that they monitor all of the import export coming in through the canal. So there's boats that bring everything from household items to electronics to food that we get imported here from other countries. How ironic. Tariffs. And so it comes on boats. And so I see boats from all over the world coming through this canal to drop off imports, or, to drop off imports. So the planes, I notice a high concentration of them and them flying in unison when the boats are coming in. So it looks like that they're probably monitoring the imports that are coming in off these boats. It's a shipping port. Very interesting stuff. I mean, I learned a lot just in the past few months of being in this general area. Come on, Light, you're gonna make me late. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know much about the planes or the military base, but it's interesting to sit back and watch it all. It makes you feel so tiny. It gives you a better understanding of how import-export works too, though. I wonder who stole that man's car. I should have asked him what car it was so I could be on the lookout. Because I'm telling you right now, I'll throat punch somebody in the face for stealing a single father's car. I sure would. I don't give a shit. I'll go to jail. I sure would. Don't let me roll up on that bastard at Walmart. I'm going to throat punch him, put him in a headlock, and then call the cops. And I'll be like, I found that car. I found that car y'all was looking for. Call that papa and get his daughters and him over here so they can pick up their car. I got the suspect in a headlock. You better show up before he pisses me off. I swear to God. Now that's something I'd go to jail for. Don't be stealing no cars in front of me, because if I witness it and then I see you later, that's free playing grounds, homie. You done committed a crime. I'm a noble citizen. This got you in a headlock. That's fair playing grounds. Don't let me witness a crime and then see you later. I'm telling it all after I whoop your ass and put you in handcuffs so the cops can come and get you. Yes, I have handcuffs. 2 pairs. Just in case, you never know when you're gonna need them. It's crazy though. I mean, I literally cannot believe that man had his car stalled this morning at the gas station. He walked in the store with his 2 daughters, come back out, and his car was gone. And I'm standing there smiling at him. I'm like, good morning. Good morning. And he's standing there shaking his head. And I'm like, what is he upset about? I step out and he said, somebody just stole my car. He was trying to take his kids to school. They had on their school uniforms. How crazy. How crazy. One thing's for sure, he'll never do that again. He'll never leave his car running with the keys in it. I can assure you he'll change that. And I don't know if his insurance will cover that. Great point, Charles. Charles had a great point. Charles said, y'all, I probably smell like boiled eggs because I ate those eggs and then I've been sitting in here with them. Damn it. To leave your car running with the keys in the ignition is probably a no-go. I gotta go. I love you guys. We'll talk later. I'm walking into work. Bye. Love you guys.